Your guard needs to be up much, much more. You need to be focused much, much more. Okay, so now we'll get to the tachlis of this course, as we want to say, and we will talk about the top 21 tools, 21 tools that are my top 21 tools of emotional eating. So before we get to the actual tools, I just want to say a few notes. Number one is these tools are not a solution, and I'm not going to claim that they are, okay? These tools are crutches or band-aids on a boo-boo, meaning if someone comes to you bleeding, the first thing you want to do is give them a band-aid and stop the bleeding. And then you could say, why do you keep getting hurt? Why do you keep falling? Why is this happening? Or if someone's having frequent bleeds, why is this happening? The first thing you want to do is put a band-aid on the boo-boo. You want to stop the bleeding, right? So these tools are not solutions, but they are tools. They're band-aids on boo-boos. Or a crutch. You know, you give someone a crutch until they can walk on their own better. So I used to feel really like, almost like guilty, like why am I giving people things that are not a solution? Like why am I telling people to do these things that aren't really the solution? I used to feel like guilty about it. Like I wish I had an actual solution, until I went to an emotional eating / eating disorders course in NYU with a top eating disorder therapist. Like she is like the eating disorder therapist. She's seen it all. She's dealt with it all. And she was saying that she told her client that used to overeat that instead of overeating, she should bite her nails because it gave her something to chew on and something to do. And I was so shocked by that. And she said, anyone have questions? And I raised my hand, and it was like a room of like 300 people, and I was like a little like embarrassed. Sometimes I do get embarrassed sometimes. I raised my hand and I said, like, you're okay with her replacing one bad habit with another bad habit? Like, isn't that not solving the problem? And she said, yes, it's not solving the problem, but you know what? At least for now, she used my words. It's a band-aid on a boo-boo. That's exactly what she said. So I didn't even get it from her. That's the words I've always been using. But when this huge eating disorder therapist normalized using tools as temporary solutions and it's okay, I was like, oh, if she could say it, I could for sure say it. Like people are paying her hundreds of dollars an hour to solve their emotional eating or their disordered eating, and she's doing it like that. And I'm just like a nutritionist trying to address emotional eating. I could also do it. So ever since then, I feel very good giving out these tools. So just another note about tools is that because I like practical versus theoretical, that's another reason why I appreciate tools. Because in theory, right, like let's say we were like being all theoretical and like inspirational, then like, great, I took an emotional eating workshop and I'm so inspired. I'm just going to be so good and I'm going to be so on track and la la la. It's the same like going to like an inspiring shiur and like the rabbi says nice ideas and everything sounds nice and you walk away and you're all inspired, but then what? So like when I go to a shiur, I appreciate the ones that give you the practical tools, like a take-home thing to do. I appreciate that. So that's what these tools are, meaning inspiration is nice, support is nice, accountability is nice, wanting to change is nice. It's all nice, and I'm not knocking that. But having practical, like hands-on tools is even better. Okay. Now, reminder, these are 21 tools. We're not going to go through all of them today. There's 21 of them, okay? Do not take on, when we finish them, you'll decide which ones you want to try, which ones you like, whatever. But once you decide, do not take on more than 2 to 3 max. Why? Because it's no different than like you know, the day after Yom Kippur, like everyone's like, never speaking Lashon Hara again, and I'm calling my grandmother every single Friday, and I'm going to go to the nursing home every Shabbos and visit people, and when I say Asher Yatzar, I'm going to stay in one place and like not move and not think about anything else and say every word, and then what happens a week later, they're like, oops, I took on too much, right? So it's for the same reason, okay? So, and it's not possible to do 21 different things and do them well, okay? So some of these tools, when you hear them right away, you're going to be like, oh, not for me. Okay, fine. That's fine. And some of them you're going to be like, maybe. And some of them you're going to be like, oh, for sure I should do that. But no matter what, even if you loved all of them, don't do all of them. Choose 2 to 3 max. Okay. Another thing about this is to like let's say even in sessions, like when a client says they want to work on something, and they'll say like, I want to drink a lot of water, and I want to walk every day, and I want to not eat after dinner. So that's nice, but I'll usually say like, let's pick 1 to 2 max, work on that. And even if like the next week they come back and they say, okay, I conquered the water, yay me, I drink water every single day, okay, let's move on to the next. I'll say, no, not moving on to the next. Go drink water for another week, and go drink water for another week. Because until you do it a bunch of weeks, you have not conquered it yet. I mean, great, you're getting closer. Great, you're getting better at it. Great, it's becoming more routine, but you didn't conquer it yet, okay? So the more times we do something, the more we practice a certain tool or a certain habit or whatever,